Breathe out. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hello and welcome to Arcana Universe. This is going to be how they really feel about you, okay? And this is going to be all signs. So I'm going to open it up with a collective opening message and tap into Aries through Pisces and close it up with a closing message, all right? So what are their feelings? How do they feel about the situation? So we'll just do a general opening message and then we'll get into the sides for each sign, okay? Yeah. So what's the opening message? Okay, and as a friendly reminder, this is a general reading, so only take what resonates. We do have cross watchers, so roles can be reversed, but you will know which sides you are on, okay? So what I'm picking up is there either was like an intense like breakup, or there's just sadness as a result of the matters of the heart, okay? So somebody here is very stressed. I'm back. Okay, this is actually the fourth time. This is the fourth time the live has tried to like reset, and so it's like somebody here doesn't want me to relay the message. Okay, they're very triggered right now, and it's like I'm getting a childish energy where it's like I don't want to hear it. I don't want to listen. Like somebody here is really preventing these messages to come forward because the thing is they don't want to be exposed. Okay, they like to hide. They only like to show what they want to show. And but the thing is, the truth is supposed to set us free. And so the fact that this energy is trying to hide the truth from coming forward, it's not good. It's not good energy, okay? And so it's almost as if like this energy that is trying to prevent the healing and for the truth to surface is because they want to continue playing these games, these mind games, these they're putting up like a mask, okay? And the thing is karma, God, like wants to make sure that things are out of balance and that justice is going to happen, okay? And so some the main reason why all of this is happening is because somebody here is hurt, okay? They're heartbroken, they're stressed out, and it's due to somebody's stubbornness. It's like they don't want to change. They think that they're always right. They know what they're doing. They know what they're talking about. I'm getting very it's like they never really had somebody tell them or put them in their place kind of thing, and so they want to have control and like power over their situation, even if it means knocking people, like tripping other people along the way. Like it's just like as long as they can keep the power, they'll do it. But as mentioned, God, karma, justice, all of that can't stand to watch this energy do this to somebody who does not deserve it. And because the person that is stressed out or has a lot of like burdens from dealing with this other energy, they're meant to be bright and bring some level of positivity to those around them. And it's like I'm getting kind of like somebody here is very jealous, okay? Because the person who's jealous, they see this individual. It's like they think that they're dealing with somebody who's very divine and angelic, and they're very triggered because it's like this person is too perfect, okay? And so they are trying to make them not feel good or make them feel insufficient to have that power over them. It's just like, oh, well, you know, you can't read me, you can't do this, you can't like have control over me. And so they're on purpose. Some of them could be actually mean, okay? Hello, Stella. Okay. What do you want me to say that? No, 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 no. Okay. Let's let's follow in God's path, okay? All right. Okay. Hello, Cheeto. Oh, that's nice. Look at that. Hello, Plu. Okay. So APL. APL. No, no, no. No, no, no. Okay. Hello, Adriana. Okay. So let's move forward. So, hmm, this is sad. This is very sad. Okay. APL. Okay. Like, please do not act dumb. Do not act stupid. You know better. I can see right through you. I know exactly what you're doing, and that's called racism. Okay, and we're living in 2026, and so get with the program. Okay, get with the program. All right. All right. This is the last warning. I don't tolerate like disrespect and I'm not going to ignore you. I'm going to acknowledge you for your bad behavior. And so it's up to you at this point, free will, if you want to continue being a ruckus and lack social etiquette and respect. Okay, that's your free will. But otherwise, if you want to be better, you can stay and listen to the message. Okay, and I want the comments to be relevant. All right. Hello, Deal for Real. Welcome back. Hello, Savon. Hello. Okay. So, anything else you want to say in regards to this opening message before we move forward? All right. APL, you're just not getting it, and so I'm gonna put you on timeout. Okay. All right. Anything else you want to say in regards to this? The person who is like shining their light, always trying to like spread positivity and all of that, you keep doing you, okay? There's gonna be people who are triggered, who is going to try to like bring this energy down because they have nothing better to do. Uh, and they're like feeling lonely and sad and like misunderstood. But the thing is, they created this whole situation, you know? They're doing things that is out of character, that is not actually aligned to what they truly want to be. So it's like they're scratching their head and wondering, how come nobody understands me? Well, have you been doing things that are like direct and straight and to the point? No, it's like somebody here is definitely like playing games. Okay. Oh, thank you, Savon. Love watching you. Oh yeah, I did. I did ring the bell, but you know what? I'll ring it one more time just for you, Deal for Real, because I know you're such a loyal subscriber. Breathe in, Breathe out. Okay. Yeah, I know you like the bottom. Okay. So anything else you want to say for the opening message? Do not feed into the negativity. Know when to cut people off, okay, who are just pulling at you. Like, for an example, what I like, I know some people are like, oh, don't give the trolls attention, blah, blah, blah. But it's just like somebody has to tell them that what they're doing is wrong. Like, it's like, and of course, I could easily ignore them, but it's like a time and a place. And I do know my limits. And so I'm also a real life example of knowing your limits, knowing your boundaries, when to say no, when to say stop, when to kick somebody out. Okay? Because that's the right thing to do. That's the fair thing to do. You're not a doormat. You know what I mean? Okay. And no like spam like comments. Okay, Tanu. All right. Oh, I see. You know what? I'm gonna. All right. Congratulations. Congratulations. Congratulations, deal for real. All right. As they say, with great power comes great responsibility. So I hope you use it accordingly. And you know how I like it. Like, we give them a warning, but I'll let you use your best judgment. Sometimes they just need to be kicked out right away. All right. Okay. But thank you. And I like to make it 24 hours, not like 10 minutes, 2 minutes. No, no, the max. Thank you so much. Okay. Hello, Wes. Welcome back. Real happy Friday, y'all. Put some paint where it ain't. What? I don't know what that means. Okay. Okay. Anything else you want to say? Okay. Wonderful. So let's move on from Aries through Pisces. I'm going to tap into both sides. Okay, both sides. So essentially, it's like 24 messages instead of 12. So, oh, and I know that Tanuka, okay, honey, I've been reading your messages. Like, you need to know your limit. I literally said no spam like behavior in the comments, and you wrote feature guidance like 16 times. Like, I'm real. Like, I'm literally reading your message and connecting with you, but it's like, so wake up, okay? Wake up. Like, I'm literally talking to you and you're not listening. All right. And so feel free to check out the monthly reading. May 2026 has already been uploaded. I went live about 24 hours ago. And so feel free to check that out for future guidance. There's also, if you want to take it to 12 months or 13 months, feel free to check out the yearly reading. They were split into 4 parts. Part 1 was Aries through Leo. Part 2 was Virgo through Scorpio. Part 3 was Sagittarius to Capricorn, and then part 4 was Aquarius through Pisces. Okay, so they've been split into 4 parts. So if you really want to have a general idea of the entire yearly energy forecast, that's there for you. Okay. Hello, Yogra. Well, okay, man, listening to you, I can't understand. What should I do in May? Oh, yeah. Well, there's the May reading that I did, so feel free to check it out. But it's okay, you're in here. And feel free to check out my other videos as well. Okay? All right, for those of you who are new joining in, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. This is not like a drive-by live stream where you're just like, can I get a reading, personal reading? Then if I say no, then you leave. Like, what is that? Okay? So if for those of you who want personal readings, I highly recommend joining my membership if you really want that personal level. I have the personal one-on-one sessions. Those are on hold at the moment, but I may bring it back, okay? Yeah, don't yeah. Anyways. Okay. All right. Aries. You versus them, you'll know which sides you are on. I'll do A and B, okay? Person A and person B. We'll try to make it relatively quickly so we're not here all night. Okay, side A, side B. Okay, all right. Okay, so this connection as a whole is like all about learning about one another. So it's like they're gaining valuable information on like what each individual is like, how they respond to stress, conflict, happy times. It's just like they're really getting to know one another. And this connection really brings about some level of balance and justice. It's just like God really wants this connection to be fair because it can have a tendency to be one-sided if both parties does not put the effort to making sure that it stays reciprocal. And so I see here on this side that they, perhaps money or like lack of self-confidence, there's that energy present on this side. It's like, and so they can't make a decision, even though they're connecting with somebody that they really find, happiness with. They bring some level of stability and groundedness, and it's like they want to give back to this energy, but it's very difficult for them to because they feel like they're not enough. Okay, so there's definitely some sort of like lack of confidence going on. And I will say it's not necessarily okay, it's not necessarily coming from like a bad place. I will say it's just like they're just confused and they want to do the right thing, but by not committing to a decision, they're just keeping themselves at limbo. And on this side, they are they're very like bright. Like I can see why this side is like so drawn to this energy because they bring with them a lot of hope, structure, and they can see when the other person is full of like BS or pretending or lying, even if it's like little white lies or what have you. And so they have this energy has a tendency to really break down walls and set solid foundation. So if this connection wasn't built upon solid foundation, then they're going to make sure they go back and address it so that each layer, each experience is built upon trust and respect. Okay? All right. Hello, Redeemer. Okay, let's focus, okay? Right now is not the time to ask me like questions, okay? I just want you guys to just listen. If you want to be engaging, press those hearts, hype the video, like and subscribe. You guys already know. You guys already know what to do. Okay. So this connection is definitely a work in progress. Okay. And anything else you want to say in regards to this? Yes, there is some sort of time apart. It's like somebody, there was some sort of like separation or a quiet time apart so that they can really reflect and ask themselves, like, what do they want? Do they want this person? Do they want to be together? Okay. What's going to be the likely outcome of this? I'm curious. Who's curious? Oh my god, I'm dripping. The condensation on these. Oh, sorry. Okay. All right. Good to go. Good to go. Okay. All right. What's the likely outcome of this? Oh. Oh. Okay, but for realsies, okay. No, yeah, this is definitely a work in progress. Somebody here, they cannot stop lying, or they cannot stop like playing the field, or like being tricky energy. Okay, I'm getting tricky energy. And so, as mentioned, there is, karma and justice and God coming in here trying to make sure that somebody, like their special somebody, is going to be protected. And so this side, they have a lot of like healing to do. This is a work in progress. They really have to let go of past mindsets and behaviors, okay? I know, right? I know. I know exactly what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. But I don't. Okay, let's move on. Wait, no. What? What? Hello, Pearl. Uh, no questions needed. I'm just giving answers. Okay, you don't even have to ask. All right. Oh, you're new here. Welcome. Okay, welcome. Feel free to check out the other live streams and other videos that's been uploaded. Okay, there may be additional information for you there. Okay, what else? I feel like I should do past, present, and future for this. This is like some extra. Somebody here needs extra attention. Okay. Okay. Somebody here, they really need to go and get like checked out when it comes to like their mental space. Okay. Like somebody here may literally have like an undiagnosed mental illness or mental disorder, and like don't be scared. Do not be scared. Okay. It's better to know, because what? Because what? The truth will set you free. Do not live in denial. Do not pretend like everything is okay when it's not. There's a reason why, there are these kinds of symptoms where our mind and body is not reacting normally. There's some sort of like imbalance of the mind that I'm picking up, and that's one of the reasons why it's really difficult for them to have progress, because nobody was willing to just sit with them and help them get through this in a consistent manner. And so the main thing here is we have to be open and upfront. Do not try to hide the mental illness or the mental challenges. Okay, acknowledge it, face it, do something about it, get healed. Okay, get therapy, whatever you need to do. There is help out there. Okay, there's free help out there. All right, there's literally like government programs or something like that for those. Like, ask your insurance. Okay, all right. You'll know. It's no coincidence out of like countless streamers and videos out there. You're in here. That I don't that's not a coincidence, okay? All right, Wes. Do not speak on my behalf, okay? I know what you're trying to do, but let them take the message. Let them take the message, all right? All right, Pearl, as you didn't even have to say all of that. You don't even have to say all of that. Just sit and listen. And if any of you guys feel like, oh, you want to do super chat to support the channel and give that kind of energy exchange, you're more than welcome to. For those of you who can't afford to or don't want to, I'm still here volunteering my time and these messages are free. Okay, so I don't want to hear any excuses. Okay, all right, let's go. Uh, so I really feel like what's going to save this energy is like a fresh new beginning where a lot of love is going to be poured. So somebody here is connecting with like a very spiritual person who's willing to fight for them, fight for their health, fight for their happiness. And what's crazy is that it's not even them. They're so helpful. They want to help, and like just the fact that they are being shown this kind of level of like kindness and consistency. Like imagine somebody cares about you so much that they're willing to be there, okay, and be consistent. It's very easy for somebody to just walk away and be like, it's your problem. It's so easy to do that. But literally, this energy is willing to help, is willing to be there. Of course, it's not to say they're going to do the work for them and heal for them. No, but just having that like moral support, that like guiding light, that shining light that says like, hey, it's going to be okay. You got this. Like, how can we take it from here? Okay. And so I see somebody who's going to be very consistent about making sure that this is not just brushed under the rug. Okay. And all they want is cooperation and no lies. No lies. All right. Thank you, Pearl. Okay. All right. Let's move on to Taurus. Yeah, Aries needs to really get a handle on their stress, like how they deal with stress. Okay. Any like specific recommendations? I know I talked about like seeking like medical attention, like getting it diagnosed, but is there anything else that they can do as like a tip? Okay, there is some sort of like impatient energy that I'm picking up. So do not expect to be healed overnight. Okay, as mentioned, this is a work in progress. The main thing here is consistency, conditioning oneself so that they know how to deal with stress. Okay, and I just literally I got something about like numbing. Okay, so I will not be surprised if somebody here has resorted to vices, whether this is like drugs or like alcohol, whatever their vices. It's just like instead of they're just trying to numb. They're trying to numb, and that is literally putting their problems under the rug. They're not facing it. They're just trying to drown it out, run away from it, and not acknowledge it. And so the main thing is like understand there is a problem and that we need to do something about it. And for those of you who are not like willing to pay for help, again, there's so much free resources out there, okay, including mine, that is designed to help you stay on track if this energy is consistent with it. Okay, so do not feel like, try your best not to feel like you're alone and you're going through this alone, because there is help out there. But we can only lead a horse to water. We can't force them to drink it. We can't do the healing for you. All we can do is be consistent and be like a cheerleader in a sense, and just be like, you got this, just keep at it. Okay, again, do not focus like, oh, you're going to be better overnight. That's not going to happen. That's not realistic. And so this is a consistent effort, so that there's some level of conditioning oneself, so that we can really know how to react to stressful situations. Okay? Don't run from this. Don't numb yourself. Just tackle it face on and do something about it. Okay? All right. Good? Yeah. Excellent. So feel free to rewatch that part if you forget. It's about consistency. It's not just, oh, I heard it one time. No, if somebody here heard it one time but they're still going back to their old ways, it means that they need to go back and listen and remember again. Okay? So Taurus, let's see what's going on. Oh, look at you. You're a natural deal for real. You're a natural. It's like you've done this before. Just kidding. All right. Look at that. So for Taurus, I see here you versus them. You'll know which sides you're on. But this connection overall is very slow. It was, but it's like it didn't really get off the ground or something like that. It's so slow that it never had a chance. Never had a chance, you know? Shivani, you only need to write it once. You don't need to write it twice, okay? When you start repeating things, that's when people are like, oh, a troll. Ooh, a spam. Like, no, okay? Just once, at least on my channel. At least on my channel. You don't have to write it twice, okay? And also, just listen. Just listen, okay? And so this side, they're just like watching this energy like a hawk. They're trying to like learn. They're like either like social media stalking or trying to like find more information. And they can be very cutthroat about like, oh, like they have a very harsh sense of what is right and wrong. And so they're not shy about vocalizing what is not fair to them and all of that. If the situation is, it feels unjust, like not fair, then they're gonna say something about it. And so, and whereas this side, it's like I'm getting kind of like, I don't want to say Peter Pan, but it's like somebody here, they they only want to focus on the good times. They don't want to like, this feels very like parent and child energy, okay? And so the person who is more like in this childlike energy, they just want to focus on the good times, just have fun and not have to worry about things. And it's like they must have a very strong like family support system, because they don't really stay in sadness. It's just like they just focus on the positivity. But that's what's been triggering this person, because they're just like, they feel like they're not being taken seriously and that they're not being prioritized. Okay, what else do we need to know about this? Well, as mentioned, this connection never had a chance. Like, just the fact that it was moving at a snail's pace, somebody wasn't taking this connection seriously, their focus was elsewhere, and it doesn't matter how much love or adoration this energy had, like, it's not gonna go anywhere. It's very conflicting energy. Somebody here is not willing to change. They don't want to have responsibilities. They don't want to come together as a team. Okay. Anything else? No, that is it. That is it. Mm-hmm. All right. All right. Geminis. I'm getting a time waster. Okay. And they're not being honest. Remember that card? So somebody here, I'm getting this, just based on the last two, like the previous reading, and now I'm getting here that somebody just is really taking their time. They're taking their time. They're not really like taking things seriously. It's very surface level. And so even though this side is like, they see something of value, they feel so happy and uplifted when they just even think, just the thought of the other person, it really brings them happiness. But the thing is, they're dealing with somebody who is very smart, intuitive, like, it's almost as if like they're psychic or something. But as a result, they feel so exposed and naked, and they feel like they can't get this off the ground, and they're very stressed out. Like, and this is all mental. Like, the other person gave, honestly, really gave like no real reason as to why they should fear this connection. But just the fact that they feel so naked and like vulnerable, it really plays on their mental space. And they feel like it's a self confidence thing too. Like, they don't feel like they're good enough compared to the person that they're dealing with. And the person that this energy is dealing with, like, it's no coincidence that this energy has been so attracted to this person, because they do offer groundedness. It's just like you can really go to them and just talk about their problems, issues, troubles, heartbreak, and all of that, and they'll still be understood and cared about. But they understand that they deserve somebody who doesn't just play with them, that doesn't just waste their time. Like, somebody here is very focused. Like, they've been, like, the person on this side, they've been burned in the past, like, with people who tries to like waste their time. They want to be in their energy, but like when it comes to, having something real, set making plans to come together, it doesn't materialize. Because this sign just has a tendency to just walk away. And so even though, like, I will say this, they were meant to cross paths in this lifetime. They were. But okay, especially if this is like a long distance thing, it's not gonna go anywhere. It's not gonna go anywhere. So like, don't waste your time. Okay? All right. Cancers. Okay. Cancerians. What do we have for you guys? Oh, you saw that? You want to talk so bad. Okay. Hmm. Let's see. Okay. So for cancers, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I know cancers. You know, the Cancerian energy has been trying to stop me from like delivering these messages because they're so freaking triggered. Well, guess what? Guess what? Guess what? We're still gonna deliver the message, okay? Oh, geez Louise. Geez Louise. All right. Let's get it. Oh, my drink. My drink. Oh. Oh, this is real life, you guys. Real life. Hello, Justin. I know, right? Cancerians got triggered. That's what happened. That is what happened. They're like, stop, stop, don't reveal the truth. Oh my gosh. Huh? Okay. All right. Thank you for. Hey, look! I still got some juice left. What? Oh my gosh. So emotional. Get a grip. Get a grip. Oh, see? That did not make them happy. Look at that. Oh my gosh. I mean, it's really up to them. You want to be the problem or the solution? You know? You want to be the problem or the solution? Which is it? Mm-hmm. Okay. Look, behind the scenes, dude. Behind the scenes. All right. Okay, clean up on aisle Arcana. All right. Oh, welcome to my life. If you're new here. Dang, this part got sold. This part kind of got sold. Okay. Uh, all right. I think let me just give a little bit more. It was like maybe this much. Oh, it's just like it's so wet. I swear. That's gonna be fun to watch on the replay. All right. Okay. That should be good for now. Let's fix this. Doop. Bloop. And the bloop. Howdy. Welcome back, Smurf Dog. All right. Ready? Ready. All right. So, Cancers. causing mayhem, causing problems right now. Okay. So this energy is so stressed out right now. Okay, so thank you. So this energy is so stressed out right now. They don't know what to do. They're in panic mode. Okay, so I will not be surprised if like somebody ends up getting like a panic attack or something like that, because they're so overwhelmed with like stress and their thoughts. And I know. Okay, relax. Okay. It's just like, why are things moving? Why? Okay. So this energy, they're very triggered right now. Okay, they feel very like they don't know what to do. They're very stressed out. They feel something here. They know that this connection is real. That's the crazy part. They know in every fiber of their being, their every cell in their body is just like, this is it. They're the one. They're like, and they want to commit and be there, but they are so scared out of their mind about like rejection, specifically rejection. Okay, they're just like, what if they don't like them like that? What if like they're just kind of like really in their head about this, and they're, or even though perhaps like even though this energy feels very like secluded and stuff like that, they are obsessed with this person. Okay, they are obsessed. They are like, when they wake up, they think about this all throughout the day. They think about this person just before bed, even when they sleep. You know, they're always thinking about this person because they feel this pull, this calling of like, it's almost like a soulmate's call. It's like they can't deny it. And so they are trying to muster up the courage to come forward and do something and to take action. Because in the past, I see here they were just very indecisive, going back and forth of like, what should they do? Like, how should they do this? Do they even want me? And like, and I will say that this energy over here, they, this energy over here, uh, so so this energy over here that's dealing with this person, yeah, like they embody love, partnership, camaraderie. Like they just really want, they're very romantic as well. And so, but they just want reciprocation. So somebody here has a tendency to be very, all right, Wes, what did we talk about? Okay, let them hear my message. Let them hear my message, the message coming through. Okay, all right. So somebody here, like they're very loyal, and like is what you see is what you get. But somebody, but this side, they they have a little bit of a paranoia about them. Like either they think the worst, they're kind of like, oh, they don't like me, or like something like that kind of like self talk that is not beneficial for them. And so even if this energy is like, oh, I want you, I care about you, but they're just like, no, that's exactly not what they said. That, like, even though it's just like literally like facing them, and it's just like, no, that's exactly, like, again, so somebody here, they have put themselves in some sort of mental entrapment and is not able to see things clearly because they overthink things. They have a tendency to do that. And so right now, under these circumstances, I see here that this energy has taken their energy back in a sense. Now they're quiet. Now it's just like, if the other person really wants to put in the effort, then they know what to do. They need to come forward and do something about it. And so until that happens, so this side is just like no longer going to entertain this. It's just like, if they want to come forward, they want to make it up, they want to start something, then the ball is on their court. Okay? Oh, hello, angel, child of God, wrote my friend. Star signs are demonic. Be the person that God calls you to be. The world offers anything to put us into different boxes, unlike Jesus. Honey. All right. Okay. Why do you think I'm here? Okay. Why do you think I'm here? And they wrote, only have faith, believe, and listen to God Almighty. We may struggle, but it is better than listening to false teachings of humans. Okay, first of all, do not preach on my channel. Preach on your channel, okay? And two, do not stop doing outdated things. We're living in 2026. And guess what? People are turning to tarot and being guided by false prophets or what have you. Okay? It is true. It is true. And that's why I always say I'm not created like other readers. Did you know that at one point the hashtag tarot had more hashtags than hashtag God? Did you know that? And so I'm here in the tarot community, the spiritual community and bringing them back to God. Do not just judge me because I hold some cards in my hands. This is a divination tool, okay? And it helps me organize. And when I do the readings, I know when it's time to channel and I know when to stop, okay? Because I have created boundaries for myself. I'm not saying all readers are like me. They're not, okay? But for those who find this channel, it is no coincidence because I'm supposed to spark some sort of change, okay, or a confirmation. You'll know how it resonates. But what I'm saying to you is you're not listening, okay? You're not listening. Go look at Jeremiah 3:33, okay? And also John 8:32. I got Bible verses too that God has sent me directly, okay? So again, you're not listening. You're not listening. You're just being like stubborn right now and just trying to preach because this is what you're conditioned to do. And I'm trying to help you. You're not going to get followers to Jesus by continuing to do what you do. And don't worry, you're not the only one who does this. There are other people who are just following blindly and not being conscious of exactly what they're doing. I want you guys to be better. I want you guys to be better. Okay? It's very important. You guys can't just be, this is how you drive people away. When you guys start doing that, it's not helping. It's not helping. Okay? Hello, Josh, Christine, Abish. Okay, you don't have to write it more than once, Josh, okay? Hello, Andy. All right, Wes, let's not, you don't have to do that, okay? Okay, Angel, you're not listening, okay? You're not listening. This is not Arcana Universe plus Angel is going to just drop Bible verses. No, it's not. All right, if you want to share Bible verses, do so on your channel. I don't want you spamming my channel like this. This is inefficient. You're not bringing people closer to God by doing what you're doing. It's outdated, and God is. What do you think, God? Yeah, exactly what I said. Okay, all right. Let's. Oh, look at that! You see that? Look what Andy. Oh, see. I was just like literally Andy wrote, okay, Miss Cleo. Literally, I said Miss Cleo like right before I got on here, and I have a witness. I have a witness. Okay, so this is my life. This is my life right now. So for those of you who are new, welcome. Listen, listen. No, Angel. No. See, Angel wrote, what would you like me to do? Sorry, I am supposed to tell the facts and truth. Sorry. You are not telling the facts and truth. You are just reciting Bible verses to fit what you want to spread in the world. Okay? The thing about people who have been Bible thumpers or whatever label you want to call them is they don't quite understand. I'm not like all readers. I'm not like all you know what I mean? I'm actually in the trenches trying to bring light, trying to bring people into back into the rightful path, okay? Because they have been falling off. And so as mentioned, like just listen, okay? You're so busy trying to talk and trying to like saying, "Oh, well, I'm not doing anything wrong," but you are. You are doing something wrong, okay? See, look at you. You're not listening. You're still reciting Bible verses. This is like insanity. This is insanity. Okay? So please take your own advice. Some of the things that you say, please be watchful. Okay? All right, Wes, do not encourage. Do not encourage. Okay? Do not feed into their energy. No, he didn't. This is what I mean. Angel, wake up. Wake up. You're right now, you know what you're doing? You're stopping the messages from coming through. You're literally, I don't care if your name says angel, child of God on it. You're literally preventing the messages of helping other people to see what is actually happening, the truth coming forward. You're literally trying to stop the messages coming through. So do not just talk, look at your actions. Like literally look at your actions. You don't even know what I'm about. You haven't even heard the messages. You're just like, ooh, she looks like this. She has cards in her hands. Go. No. Wake up. Wake up. This is no. Okay? No, you're not. You're not. Just because you say sorry and it's just like, oh, I'm awake though. No. No. I don't like this passive aggressiveness. You say all this, well, like, oh, I'm not doing anything wrong. Like, take some accountability. You are doing something wrong. What did I literally say? You're not listening. You're stopping the messages from coming forward because you have your own agenda. Okay? All right. The only thing that I will say that makes me know that there is hope is that you say that even though that you are struggling. You are struggling. I get it. Okay? Because somebody who is on the righteous path of God would really honestly wouldn't be doing what you're doing. Okay? They wouldn't. They wouldn't. They wouldn't just like try to come in here and be spammy and doing all that and put down people when you don't even know what they're going through. Okay? Or what their intentions are. So I know you're right now you're projecting. You're doing onto others what you feel like you're being done onto you. And guess what? This is where you can stop the cycles. Okay? You can stop it here. You don't have to continue to do this. And it's your approach. The reason why you're in this energy right now, you created it for yourself. That's enough. Okay? Don't try to drag this on. Everything that was needed to be said has been said. If you need to hear that again, there's a rewind button. Okay? But I don't want you to drag this on trying to, try to play the victim. I don't like that. You came on here. You're the one who came on here. Okay. And I can see that you're in a way asking for help because this is not the first time. And nobody is going, like, other readers are not going to be like, hey, angel, child of God, this is what's happening. This is why you're in the place that you are now. And that is why you're not getting progress. Nobody's going to sit down and tell you. But guess what? There is hope for you. There is hope for you because you're still here and you're still listening. And there's no coincidence that we were supposed to have this conversation. Okay? Do not live in a lie. All right? Do not live in a lie. I can see right through the victim mentality. I can. And so the way that your communication style, okay, this is it's classic passive aggressiveness. Okay? It's not necessary. You can stop it here. You don't have to continue doing this in the future. Okay? Do not, if you're stuck and struggling, stop doing the same thing that you've been doing. And this doesn't just apply to Angel, it applies to other people as well. Okay? Hello, Serb, new subscriber. Can I ask one question? You just did. Okay? All right, next on. Let's go. All right. Anything else for Cancers or for those listening in? Okay. Hello, cheeseburger. Okay. Yes, definitely off topic, but I can see your intentions behind it, and that's very kind. That's very kind. Okay. But I also like to say do not assume, okay? Even if it's for good stuff as well, you know, I don't think, what do they say? Assumption makes the ass out of you and me or whatever. Okay, so just, I know you meant well, but I, I'm sure, I'm sure there's some Asian neighbors who give their neighbors shit. Okay, I'm sure. Let's just not generalize. I like to be fair. I like to be fair. No, we're just talking. All right. What is this? Exam question? No, Serb. No. Let's not be selfish, okay? If you really want me to answer, there's that super chat. It's called energy exchange. How is it fair to the other people? I'm sure they have personal questions, and but I have to answer yours. That's not fair. That's not fair. Okay? Stinky. Huh? Hey, Stinky. You know what? I will say this. There's a filtered comment that Stinky wrote that was very inappropriate, and that is rooting from. They know exactly what they're doing. Okay, so just be mindful. It's not appropriate. All right. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Okay. Well, actions speak louder than words. Okay, Serb. So and I have plenty of free readings. All of my content on here is free. Okay, so it's not about money in that sense. Like, don't think like you're not gonna get help because you don't have money. It's not about that. Okay. All right, Stinky, you're out. You're out because you are being inappropriate. Okay. Anything else for Cancerians? No, let's move forward. Let's move forward. Leos. 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 Wow. Leos. Look at that. So somebody here may have been dealing with a strong earth energy or has strong earth placements, okay? But what I'm sensing here is that there has been some level of separation, okay? Because due to somebody's like stubborn ways, they needed a lot of healing. So this at this side, they want, even though they adore this person, it's just like they really care about this person, but it's like they're so stubborn. They're not willing to like change their ways, you know, get out of their comfort zone. And this is something that is what they're trying to heal. And like this side of the connection, they're very focused on their spirituality and their spiritual path, and if somebody brings them just like chaos, uncertainties, not being straightforward, perhaps like lying, or like, yeah, I'm getting something about like lying about like where they've been, stuff like that. It's like they want something that they can be serious with, and so it's like they know that they deserve better, and it doesn't matter how much love there may have been or how much like soulful of a connection this may have been. Under these circumstances, it's like they don't want to have anything to do with this connection. They don't. Well, will they? What's the future of this connection? Yeah. Uh. So, as mentioned, even though there's a lot of like care and admiration and love for the individual, it's like they're not gonna put the effort. They move too slow. They move too slow. So I kind of see this more as like a secret admirer, okay? Or just like a fantasy. Too many lies. I'm getting too many lies, okay? All right, let's move forward to Virgos. Virgo, 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 Virgo. Hello, Priya. All right, not a creep. Nope. Bye. No tolerance. Okay. So for all the commenters coming in, they are greeted with a notice that says good vibes only, you know, come in here with respect. And for somebody to read that, acknowledge that, and still do that, something's wrong. So they're not able to participate in a community setting. This is they have some work to do. Okay. Hello, Ramsey. See, look at that. This is what I mean. Okay. If only they were able to use it for good. If only they were able to use it for good. And that's a shame. That is a shame. Okay. All right. Virgo. Virgos. Wow. Look at that. I think finally a little bit of a relief because like up until this point, it wasn't that good. It wasn't that good. There was a lot of like problems. But I'm picking up here for this portion. So this side, like this connection, there is a lot of room for joy and happiness. Okay, I do sense that. And this side, they're so like in love. They really care about this energy, and they've been watching and getting either like social media stalking, or they've been observing, they've been researching this person. They want to know everything about this person because they're so invested. Okay, they really like want to be a part of this person's life, and they view this person as somebody who is of class, of like respect, and that they deserve the world because this energy has standards and they know their boundaries. Okay, and on the other side, this side, they they come with them a lot of like, they're very mature. Okay, not immature but mature. And I know like in some of the other readings we keep getting these like immature energies, but this energy is like very mature, grounded, committed, fair. And there's a huge balance. Okay, they always want to do the right thing is what I'm seeing here. And in the past, the reason why this connection even like got off the ground, or there was some level of like crossing of paths, is because there was attraction. Okay, there was attraction. Hello, Jeff. So that's good. That's good. Uh, and so the reason why there was the spark between these two is because there was some level of attraction. But I will say this: somebody here, it's not. I don't really. What's with the stagnancy? There is some level of like a slow moving energy, and even though there's a lot of love, what? Why the slowness? Oh, oh. Hello, Christine. Yes, I have. Okay. The reason why this connection is moving like kind of slow, on the slow side, is because this person who's very mature and like is very loving and giving and all of that, they they have a divine path and calling to help somebody else right now. Okay, and it's not, I don't see it like a romantic thing, but they are helping somebody here, helping them heal in a sense. And so they're busy, or they're like preoccupied, somebody else is in their energy. Okay, so what's the advice or anything else you want to say? So the person on this side, during this time of like slow movement, like put in the work, do what you got to do, get stuff done, anything that you've been putting off on the back burner and trying to do, like just keep doing that. Okay, utilize this downtime efficiently. And then on this side, their recommendation is, I'm just really getting somebody here who just genuinely is vibrating with love and is very giving. And so continue to do that, but make sure not to neglect yourself. Okay. And create some level of like a teamwork. Okay, I see that somebody here may have a tendency to try to do things like all on their own or be very independent, and I see here that there's people around that actually wants to help and wants to like work together. And so this is a very unique time. Okay, this is a very unique time, and it's like whatever that needs to be addressed, address it now. Address it now during the time that uh that you've been given. Okay. Okay, for sure. Christine wrote, thank you. I will look for the replay later. For sure. For sure. Okay. Anything else you want to say? This card keeps wanting to come out. What is that? I want to know what that is. Good night, Wes. Hello, Rupa. I know. Wouldn't you want to know? Wouldn't you want to know, huh? All right. Listen in, okay? You don't even have to ask your questions. If you're meant to hear it, if you like the video, subscribe to the channel. You will hear what you need to hear, okay? Oh, good. Rupa. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. What is this energy coming through? What is that? I'm getting like a secret admirer energy. So, you know, it's kind of like, I know it was like you versus them kind of thing, like how they really feel, but I keep getting more than one energy trying to like come in this reading. And it's like, well, don't forget about me. Like, what about me? What about me? Like, there's so much, like, people. So this side has a lot of admirers. Okay. Hello, Nicholas. All right, Rupa. There's a feature where you can listen to me in Hindi. In Hindi, yeah. Okay, you just have to turn that feature on and it'll translate right for you. And if it's not happening for you right now, I would recommend coming back when the live is fully processed and you can hear me speak Hindi. Okay? All right. Cool. Anything else? Anything else for this? Can we move on? Yes. Oh yeah, just make sure for this portion, be mindful of the liars, okay? I keep getting like there's multiple people who are interested, and some of them are just liars, like time wasters, and so just be mindful of that. All right, Libra. How do they feel? Oh, not you too, Libra. Not you too. You know what? Put it here. No. Put it here. Not you too, Libra. Not you too. Okay. All right. Okay. All right, Libra, what do we have for you? So, what? What do you think about, God, what do you think about Nicholas? Um, just acting out. Just acting out. You know, Nicholas, you're in a safe space. You don't have to act out, okay? Okay? I know you want to be here. That's why you're writing all of this. But you don't have to play, okay? You don't have to play. You just relax. You're more than welcome to just hang out, okay? I know you're nervous. You're just like, oh my gosh, what should I say? What should I say? Okay, relax, relax. Okay. So for Libras, I will say that this connection, like I see some happy times. I see some happy times, some like laughter that was shared, and it was, but it does feel kind of surface level. It's like somebody here is very focused on learning more about like this energy, this side. They want to know more about this energy they've been watching, and they really feel like they found somebody of value, and but they're trying not to like get ahead of themselves because they want to be very fair minded and balanced when it comes to like they just want to make sure they're reading things correctly, like, oh, like, do they actually like, are they really interested, oh, like do they really want this, you know, that kind of energy. All right. Uh-huh, Nicholas. Uh-huh. All right. So whereas this side, they considered this as like a work thing. Like perhaps they met like through work, or there's definitely some sort of like colleague energy, or they may have like it just feels more business like. But the reason why they get along so well is because there is mutual respect. Like, so even if they may have responsibilities and commitments to their work or what have you, like they acknowledge that. They acknowledge that the other person is working hard, and there's some level of respect. And I sense here there is chemistry, there's physical chemistry, sexual chemistry, and somebody here really feels valued when they're in each other's energy, okay? And so, but I am getting here. Aw, Smurf dog world sounds like my thoughts right now, right? Yeah. Okay. I will say this. Be mindful of who you share about this connection with, because the person that, like, let's say they're confiding in a friend or something, it's just like, hey, you know, I met this person, oh, seems like it's going well, they're cool, they think I'm cool, whatever. And then the person that this energy is confiding to, damn, they are so jealous, because they're like, well, to their face, they're like, oh yeah, yeah, like, oh yeah, like, uh-huh. But in the back of their mind, they're just like sad that they couldn't find somebody like them, like, as well. And so just be, and they have a tendency to sabotage the connection as well by projecting their insecurities. Like, they really don't want them to find happiness. They really don't want them to find happiness because they're not happy themselves. And so it's almost like they don't want anybody to be happy first until they're happy first. That kind of thing. So it's like somebody here is looking for a relationship, and let's say like two people, like two friends, for an example, they're both single, right? And one of the friends like, oh yeah, I met this person. They're cool. We really hit it off. What do you think? And then that friend who's also single, they haven't met anybody who's worth their while. And so they're just gonna be like, oh yeah, uh-huh. And like they seem very supportive at front, but if there's any room for like um doubt, they really play on that. It's like, oh, I don't know, they did do that, or like what have you. They're a frenemy. Okay, they're a frenemy. And so just be very mindful, because I see that what they said has really affected this connection. It's, yeah, somebody got sabotaged. This connection got sabotaged because somebody here gossiped and started talking to other people about it. And that was the downfall. That was the downfall. Strong Aquarius energy coming through. Okay. All right. Anything else you want to say? Oh man, I definitely see some confrontation energy. Okay. Confrontation. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, what's the future of this connection? Oh yeah. Oh, Smurf Dog World, thank you, because I've been wondering. Yeah. The future of this connection. Okay, I really get like somebody sabotaged the connection. And so due to that, the connection is going to be very hard to get off the ground. It just feels kind of like a dead end situation, right? Somebody here really needs to like heal and understand their deceptive ways first for there to be any kind of reconciliation or coming together. Um, Yeah, I'm getting some sort of like the friendship or whatever, the person that they confided in. I see some level of like healing or time apart to heal, that kind of thing. And the person that was like connecting with like chemistry and all of that, I do sense that they are going to talk and see one another, because because that those two parties, they do have mutual respect. That's the thing. And what really stunted the growth of this connection was the frenemy. Okay. Okay. Oh, deal for real. Libras try to keep peace, so I'm confused. Yeah, Libras did. Libras did. Okay, it was the Aquarius. It was the Aquarius energy that was coming through. That wasn't keeping the peace. Okay. All right. Let's move forward to Scorpios. Scorpios, what do we got for you guys? Scorpio. Ooh, rough. Rough energies. Okay. Wow, look at that. So I see here when it comes to this connection, it's a dead end situation, or like it's just very draining because somebody here will not stop lying. Okay, and it's rooting from some sort of like sadness. And so on this side, they already turned their back on the connection. It's become too stressful. They're too like entrapped in their thoughts, and as a result, I see like ending. Like this is, you can't revive this connection. It's just, just the combination of some of these cards that came up is just like a clear cut sign that this connection, that it didn't really have a chance. It really didn't, because you know I I always say you can't build a castle on faulty foundation. You can't. You can't build a legacy or like a relationship on lies, based upon lies. It's just not gonna happen. All right? And so on this side, even though they really hoped, like they really cared, there was emotional compatibility, like they really wanted to give towards the connection. Like that's what I mean. Like somebody here was willing to be the emotional support, and wanted to see this connection succeed, and was willing to put the effort, the time and effort. But it's like you can only lead a horse to water if the person on this side, they're so stuck in their sadness, they don't want to put in the work, they just want to give up and just throw their hands up and just like, they don't want to put the effort. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So somebody here is really trying to fight for like a fresh new beginning, but I'm getting somebody here is exhausted. They can no longer handle the lies, deceptions. And so what's going to happen within this connection? Hmm. Somebody here is like loyal to a fault. They are, okay. I recognize it right away. It's like, but the thing is, it's like immature. It's weird. And what I mean by that is it's not a healthy kind of loyalty. We should be loyal to those who are good to us, who's there for us. But this energy is being loyal to somebody who turns their back on them, who gets paranoid about them, who doesn't put in the effort, but wants to just cut this connection off. Like it's and that's what I mean. It's some sort of like immature loyalty. Okay? Anything else you want to say? Some of you guys, maybe this was like their first love, or their first relationship, or their first marriage. Like, and so there is definitely that loyalty that is there. But again, it's like if they're not being fair to them, something needs to change. Okay? Hello, Kristen. Anything else you want to say? No, let's move forward. Okay. Sagittarius. Oh, look at you. Christina is a Sag. I know, right? You want to know. You want to know. But as much as I want to answer your question, that wouldn't be fair to everybody else. So I do have the super chat option. You're more than welcome to do that. If you don't want to do that form of energy exchange, I posted free content on here, so you're more than welcome to check it out. Okay? All right. So Sagittarius. For sure. Well, yeah, yeah. Let them find out. Let them find out. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Anyway, so for Sagittarius, what I'm sensing here is that um, this connection has been kind of like at a standstill. Okay, it seems like it's kind of like frozen in time. All right. Uh, yeah. So this, it feels like it's kind of like a stalemate kind of energy. It's just like there's some sort of like frozen in time energy where this connection is not able to progress. Okay, there's this feeling of like separation and like not being able to be together. And so this side is all about like wanting a fresh new beginning, finding emotional fulfillment, surrounding themselves with, people, places, or things that bring them emotional fulfillment, and it's coming from a good place, genuine place, and a respectful place. And so they are very confident that, I do see here that they are surrounded by people that really care about them and they have a lot to be confident about. And what I'm sensing here is that this energy is in their like single energy, okay? And so they're trying to kind of like find answers, find themselves. Like they do wonder, how they can improve. And so I see here they are actually taking the time to be single and like tend to their own crops, so to speak. And because they do want success, like it's almost like they had a wake up call. It's Yeah. Anything else? Hello, Donalid. Good evening, Ma. How are you doing today, ma'am? Happy Friday to you. Hello, was actually wondering if you would love to get a dope cartoon character of yourself or a bike cartoon logo can be printed on shirts, caps, bags, cups, stickers, frames. Bet you gonna love. Oh. That sounds pretty cool. What do you think, God? Oh. Mm. Well, thank you. But at this time, I'm doing energy readings, okay? I'm doing energy readings. And so, you know, love that hustle energy. I do, because you're taking action and all of that, but a time and a place. Time and a place, okay? All right. Okay, back to the reading. Anything else? Okay, what's the future of this connection? Okay, just be mindful. Somebody here is very like just physical based, okay? Like, and so they may have a tendency to fall for somebody because of like how beautiful they are or how attractive they are. And so and when we lead with that, that's not it's not good. It's not good. Okay? What should they what's the advice? What should they do instead? Well, I see here there's something to be said about like compatibility, okay? It's like do both parties want the same things, okay? Because if they want different things, then it's really going to be difficult to come together and make this work in the long term, you know? Yeah. Oh, thank you, Donald. Oh. Well, Front Street. What do you mean? It's better than the back street, right? Okay. Anything else? Yeah, it just keeps talking about like do not lead with just your hormones. Okay. All right. Okay. Anything? No, we're moving forward. We're moving forward. Capricorn. 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 Dang, rough. This is rough energy. Okay. Feel free to check out the live stream I did last night. It's was covering May, the monthly May 2026 energy, and I'm picking up similar energies from there. Okay. So this connection is very difficult. There's a lot of conflict, a lot of burdens, and the energy on this side, they're very like stressed out about this. This is something that has been driving them nuts. Like they all they can do is like think about this and like how it has affected them. And they do see it as a dead end situation. And even though like but it's almost as if they still want to be in this person's life. That's the crazy part. Okay, they really like this. Why do they like them so much? Or like why do they try to make it work? This is some like mental illness kind of thing. It's like they know it drives them nuts. They know that like this is not a good connection, but they still want this. Like somebody here, It's like they're so focused on attaining this energy that they're willing to suffer for it. Okay. And the energy that I'm picking up on this side, it's like how they view this connection is, they really feel like the other person is catering to them. And like they can really act out and say what they're displeased about. And the person on this side, like they're just like, okay, okay, okay. Like they're really trying to make it work. And so this side is very happy. They feel like they have this person at their fingertips. And but how is that fair to this side? Oh, how is that fair to this side? Hmm? It's not. It's not fair to them. And that is why their soul has been literally crying. It's like, why are you doing this to us? Why? Like, why are you giving this person a chance, the opportunity to keep playing? Like, somebody here is blinded by like what they think is love here. And right now, they're being disrespected. Okay, they it's like somebody is the third party. Okay, so this side is like going off doing whatever they want, and all this side can do is wait for them. And it's like, when are they gonna be back? I know they left me. I know they like went off to do whatever, but I'm still waiting. I'm still here. And this is a huge problem because again, their soul is like, why are you doing this to us? Why? Like, you know, so much disrespect here. Hmm. Are they meant to be together? Again, it keeps talking about some sort of manipulative tactic. If somebody here is okay with the manipulation and they're okay like sacrificing their own happiness to make this person happy, you know, go ahead, but don't complain about it. And don't say, like, oh, I'm so sad. This person stresses me out, because nobody is forcing this energy to stay. The door is open. They can leave anytime, but they refuse. Anything else? I kept wanting to say Stockholm Syndrome earlier. So, perhaps there's either a Stockholm Syndrome. Okay? Do not be with somebody who doesn't treat you right. Okay? Uh, like somebody here is not able to see that, and I'm here to tell you. Okay? All right. Aquarius. Okay. Aw, thank you, Smurf Dog. Have a good night, Arcana, and stay awesome as always. And see you on your next video. Thank you, thank you. See you next time. Good night. Oh, deal for real. Look at him. So polite and kind. That's what I like. I like that. Okay. Aquarius. Aquarius. Okay. So what I'm sensing here is that these two, they do have some sort of supportive energy towards one another. Okay, the energy I'm picking up for this side, they have been trying to tap into their spirituality and trying to find themselves or better understand themselves. and it's like they're connecting with somebody that they are very physically attracted to, and that's what keeps them going. And so even though the person that they're talking to or interacting with, they may not talk or interact on a daily basis, but energetically there's something there. It's just like, you know how like when you like step outside and you see all the stars, and it's just like, you know, the stars aren't really like talking back at you, but just their presence, just knowing that they're there and like they're shining. It kind of feels like they're just shining for them, right? And so it's that felt kind of romantic. Okay, so somebody here may be like a romantic at heart, and like there's some sort of fantasy that I am picking up, um, where it's like some things they don't really need to be said, but it's felt. Okay, and so this energy here, they're so full of love, care, understanding. They're so empathetic and compassionate, and they have become this person's compass in a sense. And I see here in the past, you know, there may have been some sort of like inconsistencies or like acting out or like pretending to be somebody that they're not and all of that. But through some level of communication or movement forward, it's like their bond has deepened and there's like mutual respect. And so somebody here is more than ever motivated and inspired to do better, be better, and take action in a sense. Okay. So somebody here, it's like they may have a tendency to move very slow in the past, and that's what has gotten them into trouble, and that has also stopped connections from growing. And it has to do with the fact that somebody was trying to hold on to outdated beliefs or perspectives, and they wanted to hold on to that because that's all they knew. But I kept getting hot teacher, hot teacher. Okay, so somebody here may be like very attractive, but it's like they want to keep learning if it means just to be in their presence, kind of thing. And so it's like good all around. It's like, oh, you get to learn and be in the presence of somebody that they find attractive who is also very kind and giving. And so it's just like, but somebody here is neglecting their family. I'm getting that, okay? So so don't get so caught up in like the romance of things, okay? Make sure that, you know, family commitment, responsibility, or even obligations, those things are met, and that somebody here isn't just off to La La Land and fantasizing about the connection. Okay, like it's there, but at the same time, somebody here needs to be responsible as well. Okay, and not neglect the rest of what's happening around them. Okay, anything else? No. All right, Pisces. Let me finish this. Pisces. All right, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Click on that notification bell if you'd like to be notified of when I go live or post new content. Okay. Pisces. Pisces, oh my god, a lot of doubt, oh my gosh, stop. It's a little crazy. Okay, relax. Okay. All right. Hello, Pedro. Oh, there you go. No coincidence. Okay, your energy coming in strongly. Pedro is a Pisces. I just got in here. All right. Perfect timing. Pisces. What is happening with Pisces? Feel free to check out the yearly forecast reading, okay? For Pisces folks, that's going to be part 4, okay? Three more. All right, this connection, there's a lot of like wish fulfillment. So perhaps like they check off like boxes of like what they're really looking for in a partner. And so somebody here feels like their manifestation, their wish, their dream, it's like here, it is here. And so this side, this energy is feeling like when it comes to this connection, they feel so supported, grounded. They feel like it feels very stable and they want to, communicate, come forward and interact. But there is something that is holding this energy back and it's very toxic. Okay. But it's very toxic. Why is it so toxic? Well, one, they're talking to multiple people, and I wouldn't be surprised if one of them happens to be married. Okay. Anything else? It almost feels forbidden or something like that. Okay. So somebody here, it's like they know they shouldn't talk to them, but they do. And it's because there's something about like control. Like somebody here, they like them bossy or something like that. They like them bossy and they like to be controlled. And this is coming from some sort of like mental blockage. All right. Hello, Bindi. Well, this is definitely not a personal reading. Yeah. Okay. Um, and the energy on this side, I'm getting here. They're confused about this connection because they feel that there is like chemistry and all of that, but they don't like the fact that they're dealing with somebody who seems very cutthroat and like just too logical. So if this was supposed to be, you know, oh, thank you, Bindi. Okay. So So if this is supposed to be a romantic connection, this side doesn't like the fact that they're dealing with somebody who can be kind of mean. Okay, like just even just like their communication style, it can be very triggering, and they're not digging it. They're not digging who they're interacting with. They just kind of feel like this side is looking for somebody that they have chemistry with, they want to be in something romantic, and they want love. They want like a healing kind of love uh, where it's not just surface level. Okay, so if this has been more of like a very acquaintance, like cordial kind of just energy, like hi, bye, here and there. Like it's not gonna go anywhere. And so, anything else? Mm-hmm. Like I sense here, there's a lot of like love, care, admiration, all of that. But why? I'm getting here. They keep inviting like third party energies. So somebody here may be like stuck on an ex, okay? Or like stuck in something that they were formerly committed to, okay? And so that's the reason why this particular connection cannot get off the ground. Anything else? Yeah, it's done. It's donezo. Okay? And to the person dealing with this energy, don't take it personally. Cause this person, they got some mental issues, mental problems, and to top it off, they're immature. Okay? Alright. Pedro wrote, bruh, this is accurate. What should I do then? You know. Well, I gave the advice. I did give the advice. So somebody here needs to stop being immature. They need to kind of like grow up and it really depends on what they want. If they want something romantic, loving, committed, then head in that direction instead of doing the opposite. There's this like weird thing going on where it's like I'm picking up on this energy that is like they want love, they want romance, they want their happily ever after, but then when it comes down to actually trying to have something like that, they just turn their back. They're like, who? Like it's kind of it's giving off Dory energy. It's just like, hi, I'm Dory. Hi, I'm Dory. Like it's giving that like energy. So what that tells me is that somebody here may have like a bad memory. Okay, it's not they're not consistent, and I'm sensing somebody here. It's very difficult for them to hear that because it's like, wow, that's exactly what's happening, but nobody had the balls, nobody had the courage to like say that to their face kind of thing. And so it's really having them wonder like what they really need to work on to get what they want. Okay? And I will say this, everybody is able to have a fresh new beginning. Everybody, anybody. Okay? What we did in the past leading up to now, it's done and done. Like we can't change it. But what we can change is what we do now and going forward. And so if somebody here is like really trying to make their situation better, we all have a choice. Okay? We all have free will. Nobody's forcing anybody to do anything. And if somebody is forcing you to do something out of your own free will, that's not good. That is not good. Okay? Talk to somebody about it. Get help. Um, I'm gonna read Pedro's comment because I have a feeling you're not the only one. Okay, you're not the only one this is happening to. So Pedro's said like, oh bro, this is accurate. What should I do then? And then I told her I liked her. She matched my energy and suppressed it, telling me she liked me so much. and that it scares her because she knows this would be real. Then the next day took it back and started talking to someone else casually. I was just confused. Thanks for the reading. So it's like, it's definitely, you know, giving off that Dory energy I was talking about. It's just like they said all those things, and then the next day it's like, what? I said that? You know, it's definitely can see how that can be confusing and all of that. But as mentioned, it's coming from like they got some mental issues. Okay. And sometimes we need to know when to let go, when to move forward, and ask ourselves, do we really want to be living like that for the rest of our lives? If you said yes, then why are you complaining? If you said no, then do something about it. Okay? All right. Let's move forward. Last but not least, we're going to do the closing message, and we're going to bring the we're gonna do the spinny spin portion, okay? Who's ready for this? Who's ready for the spin? Okay. All right, I'm gonna have my special guest do the spin for me if they would like. I would like to spin them. I would like to spin them. Okay, so I have a special guest. Some of you guys may have seen this person before. They, just to give you, for those of you who are willing to try to guess who it is, okay, I'll give a little few hints. This guest has been here before. That's a clue. This person is a subscriber. Okay, you know, the same as you guys. You guys never met me in person, but you know, through action and with commitment and consistency, they are back. Okay. And so, would you like to do the honors? Come on here. We have here Tonisa. Hello, remember this? Remember one of my loyal subscribers back again, flew in from Michigan to spend some wellness time with me. Okay. All right. So I would recommend putting your finger in this area and then pressing down. Okay. All right. So give it a nice good spin. All right. It's the present energy. Thank you so much. Thank you for your assistance. Okay. So, you know, that could be you too. That could be you too. Like through consistency and being committed and stuff like that, you can be standing right next to me. Okay. It's nothing is impossible. I like to see action. I like to see people not just talk the talk, but walk the walk. Okay. And so I try to lead by example, and, you know, no coincidence. All right. Don't just dream about it, make it happen. All right. Hello, pass. You only gotta write it once. Okay, I don't, what is this? What is this? Okay. Hey, you know, if you're seeing angel numbers, for those of you who are seeing angel numbers, that is literally God trying to be like, hey, pay attention, okay? All right, but let's go. The present energies. What's the present energies? Alright. Present energies. Oh, we're taking it. We're taking it. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh. So, strong water energy coming through. Okay, so Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, and their Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Stellium, what have you, you'll know. But regardless of the signs, because I read energies here, somebody here is very sad. Very sad. Oh, thank you, Ethan. Okay, so somebody here is very sad. Why are they so sad? They feel like they're at like a dead end situation. There's a lot of emotions here. Okay, so somebody is connecting with someone that feels like a divine connection. Okay, like they feel like they were meant to be with this person, or at least cross paths. But there's the stuck energy, and the reason why, it's like somebody here got blocked off. They're like, even though this side wants to, they still have feelings, they still want to take things to the next level, or like try, or wants to explore, but due to their stubbornness or wanting to be chased. Okay, somebody here on this side is like wanting to be chased, wanting to be catered to, like and also they have this front, this image that they're not interested, even though they are. And so because they're holding this kind of demeanor, this essence, this motives, okay, that is why this connection can't move forward, and it just feels like a dead end situation. Whereas this side, they're very particular about who they let into their life. Okay, very particular. like like because I see here they may have been hurt in the past, and they're genuinely looking for love, but they can't help but feel like all they're attracting is people who are like in a dark place or in a sad place, where it just feels like they're too sad to be in love. They're too sad to be in love. Like their focus is their sadness, that they can't see the person's like right in front of them. And so I see this connection. This is going to be a very healing connection, and this energy is being triggered to find balance within themselves, and to recognize like what is actually important and what they really want. Okay, okay, there I got close the gap. So if there is any distance, okay, that needs to be closed. And if somebody here, if they weren't fighting for this connection, they better start fighting for it. Because if they don't start letting go of their, I'm getting clean up, I'm getting that song by Eminem, cleaning up my closet. So it's like somebody here must have a lot of like baggage. Um, the imagery I'm getting is like a bunch of luggage stacked up in a closet kind of thing. So I'm just getting like luggage and stuff, and like and it's not even unpacked, it's just sitting there. Like some of them, like it's like dirty clothes are still in there. It needs to come out, needs to get washed, needs to like do all that. But I'm just getting like just luggage just sitting there. And and if that imagery, what the message I'm supposed to relay in regards to that is, energetically, that's also what's happening. Okay, energetically, somebody here is not ready to let go of their baggage, not ready to face their baggage. They just kind of want to leave it there. even though they know that they need to work on it. Okay? It's hard to see that emoji. Anyways. And this is immature energy, okay? Like a mature person will organize their closet, you know, get stuff out. They will let go like of the burdens. Like I'm getting now I'm getting the imagery of like literally like a hobo or somebody without a home, okay? Just dragging a cart full of shit, okay? Like just stuff that they just accumulated, and it's coming from like partly sentimental, but also partly it's like they rather have that than nothing, okay? And so they're just dragging this along, and the imagery I'm getting is like the cartwheels. It's not even going straight; it's just going in circles. Like it's just, and so this, if somebody here really wants to escape from this kind of energy and wants to move forward and grow, they really need to start maturing and do things that is mature. Somebody here is like they may be looking like a full grown adult, but inside they're just like a kid. They don't know what they're doing. Okay? Anything else? I mean, lucky for them, if you found this message, it is no coincidence because now this energy knows what they need to work on and what's going on. Okay? And so there is hope. I do sense here that there is hope. But somebody here really needs to stop playing themselves and feeding themselves lies that, like, oh, yeah, everything is fine. Oh, like, oh, they are doing the right thing. They're not. They're not. Okay? It's almost like somebody here is content with how their life is now when they know that it can be far better. Like dreams come true. So somebody here is settling. Okay? They're in their comfort zone. They're not willing to move forward and explore or take a leap of faith. Advice, I mean, fortunately for them, whoever they're connecting with, they know who they are. They're very like, and not only that, they know how to communicate. And so this person is very sharp, intelligent, and is a great manifester as well. The only thing is, I'm guessing stop talking about this individual to others because they're getting jealous. Feel free to check out the Libra reading, okay? So some of you guys may be dealing with the Libra. They're jealous. So just be mindful of who you confide in because they don't have this person's best interest. They may cover it up as if like, oh, it's because they care or it's because they're trying to be protective. Manipulative tactic. Okay? They're jealous. They don't want this energy to find love. That is so sad. That is so sad. Okay? What is happening? Ethan, I don't know what you're saying. Okay? But please come in here with respect. All right? If I have to question your comment, that means you're not doing something right. Okay? Anything else? No, that is it. Okay? Anyways, anything else? No, that is it. All right. So long. Farewell. Okay, bye. Have a good one. Bye.